Welcome back to English SpekNest, the podcast where we peel back the layers of everyday life and expose the things nobody's talking about.
Today, we're going deep into something that touches every single one of us, whether we realize it or not. The dark psychology used every single day. On you, on me, on all of us.
So buckle up, because after this episode, you're going to walk through the world with completely different eyes.
Okay, Olivia, before we dive in, I have to ask, did you actually read my text this morning, or did you fall for another scam email?
Oh my God, don't even start with me. Okay, in my defense, it looked legit. It had the little blue check mark and everything.
The little blue check mark, that's your whole security system?
Listen, I am a smart woman, Ethan. I have a college degree. I read books. And still, somebody almost got me for $89 last week, claiming my Netflix account was suspended.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why we're doing this episode.
Right? Because if it can happen to me, someone who literally studies communication for a living, it can happen to anyone.
So grab your coffee, get comfortable, maybe pause your notifications for a minute, because trust me, you'll want to hear this one without distractions.
Ethan, let's just start at the beginning. What even is dark psychology? Because I feel like people throw that term around, but nobody really explains it.
Okay, so dark psychology, it's not some evil villain in a movie twirling a mustache. It's actually way more subtle and way more common than that.
How so?
Dark psychology is basically the study of how people use psychological tactics to influence, manipulate, or control others, usually without them realizing it. And here's the wild part. It's built on real, legitimate science. The same principles therapists use to help people can be flipped around and used to exploit them.
Wait, so it's the same tools?
The exact same tools. It's like a knife. You can use it to cook dinner or to hurt someone. The tool is neutral. The intention behind it is what makes it dark.
Wow. That actually reframes the whole thing for me. Because I always thought manipulation was this obvious, aggressive thing. But you're saying it's baked into everything?
Everything. Advertising, politics, dating apps, your job, your family group chat. Every single interaction has some level of persuasion happening. The question is it honest persuasion or is it manipulation?
Okay, so what's the difference? Because they sound kind of similar.
Great question. Honest persuasion respects your ability to say no. Manipulation removes that ability or makes you feel guilty for even considering it.
Oh, that's a really clean way to put it.
Right? If someone's trying to convince you of something and they get upset when you push back, that's not persuasion anymore. That's manipulation.
That just made me think of like 3 people in my life.
See? That's what I mean. And once you learn this stuff, you start seeing it everywhere.
Okay, so let's talk about advertising, because I feel like this is where most people first encounter dark psychology, even if they don't call it that.
Oh, 100%. Advertising is basically applied psychology with a budget.
With a huge budget.
Billions, absolutely billions. Look, the average American sees somewhere between 4,000 and 10,000 ads per day. Every day. Think about that.
Wait, 10,000?
Between billboards, YouTube ads, Instagram, product placements in shows, logos on people's clothes, ads on gas pumps, it's everywhere. And every single one of those is engineered to trigger something inside you.
Like what specifically?
Okay, so quick example. Have you ever noticed how car commercials almost never talk about the actual car?
Yes. It's always some guy driving through a canyon with a beautiful woman looking at him like he's a god.
Exactly. They're not selling you a car. They're selling you identity. They're selling you freedom, status, confidence, sex appeal. The car is just the delivery vehicle. Pun intended.
Oh, that was bad.
It was decent. But seriously, this is called emotional advertising, and it works because our brains are wired to buy based on emotion and then justify it with logic.
Wait, so we don't actually make rational decisions when we shop?
Almost never. Studies show something like 95% of purchasing decisions are made subconsciously. You feel first, then your logical brain scrambles to come up with reasons.
Oh my gosh, that explains so many of my Amazon orders at 2 a.m.
Oh, right? I needed the LED strip lights even. I needed them.
They set the mood.
They absolutely set the mood for advertisers taking your money.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold.
All right, but here's where it gets really uncomfortable. and I want everyone listening to just stay with us on this one.
Uh-oh. Ethan's got his serious voice on.
I do, because we need to talk about social media.
Oh, boy.
So everyone knows social media is designed to be addictive. That's not news. But most people don't realize how it's addictive.
Okay, break it down for me.
The algorithm, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, it's not showing you what you want to see. It's showing you what will keep you scrolling the longest.
Wait, those aren't the same thing?
Not even close. What keeps you scrolling is emotion, especially negative emotion. Outrage, envy, anxiety, fear.
Oh, no.
Yeah? There was a leaked Facebook internal document a few years back where they basically admitted their algorithm prioritizes content that makes people angry because angry people stay on the app longer.
That's evil, Ethan.
It's dark psychology, an industrial scale. And here's the personal part. I noticed this in myself. I would open Instagram feeling fine, and 20 minutes later, I'd feel worse about my life, my body, my career, everything.
I've felt that too. And I always blamed myself. Like, why am I so insecure? But it's designed to make me feel that way.
Exactly. Because insecure people buy stuff. Insecure people scroll longer. Insecure people don't log off.
Wow, that's really messed up when you say it like that.
I know. And look, I'm not saying delete all your apps, but awareness is the first shield. Once you know the game is rigged, you can decide how much you want to play.
Okay, this leads perfectly into something I wanted to bring up. FOMO, fear of missing out. Because I feel like that's the fuel behind so much of this.
Oh, FOMO is the engine. It's one of the most powerful psychological triggers there is.
Why is it so powerful, though? Like, biologically, why does missing out feel so bad?
Great question. So, evolutionarily, humans are tribal creatures. Thousands of years ago, if you got left out of the group, you literally died. No group meant no food, no protection, no mates. Being excluded equaled death.
Whoa, so that fear is like hardwired?
Hardwired. And marketers know this. So when you see only 3 left in stock, or sale ends in 2 hours, your ancient brain doesn't know it's about a pair of shoes. It thinks you're about to be left behind by the tribe.
Oh my God, that is wild.
Right? And it's not just shopping. Think about social media. Every time you see your friends at a party you weren't invited to, that same ancient alarm goes off. The tribe is meeting without me. I'm in danger.
That's why it hurts so much more than it logically should.
Exactly. And here's the trap. We try to soothe that pain by doing more, buying more, posting more. But it never fills the hole, because the hole isn't real. It's a manufactured emotion.
That's a really uncomfortable truth, Ethan.
It is. But I'd rather know the truth than keep getting played, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, real quick before we go any deeper, because we've got some seriously good stuff coming up.
Yeah, if you're enjoying this conversation and want more English podcast episodes like this, real, honest, deep conversations, don't forget to subscribe to English SpekNest and turn on those notifications.
It genuinely means the world to us. It's how we keep making these. So thank you.
Okay, back to exposing the manipulators.
Let's do it.
So, Olivia, this next one is heavy, but I think it needs to be said.
Gaslighting?
Gaslighting. And I want to be really careful here because this word gets thrown around a lot and it's lost some of its meaning. So let's define it properly.
Yeah, please, because I hear it used for like any small disagreement now.
Right. So gaslighting, the real definition, is when someone systematically makes you doubt your own reality, your own memory, or your own perception. It's not a one-time thing. It's a pattern.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. So imagine you tell your partner, "Hey, that comment you made last night at dinner really hurt me." And they respond with, "I never said that. You're imagining things. You're always so sensitive. Why do you make everything so dramatic?"
Oh, I've heard that exact conversation before. Not with me, but with friends.
Right. And on the surface, it just sounds like a disagreement. But over time, months, years, the target starts to genuinely believe they can't trust their own mind. They stop bringing things up. They apologize for things they didn't do. They shrink.
That's really dark, Ethan.
It is. And here's what makes gaslighters so dangerous. They don't usually seem like villains. They're often charming, successful, well-liked.
That's part of the manipulation. Because if you ever tried to explain what's happening to you, nobody would believe it.
But he's such a nice guy.
Exactly. But she's so sweet. You must be misreading things. And that just reinforces the doubt.
It multiplies it.
How do you know if it's happening to you?
A few signs. You constantly second-guess yourself. You apologize a lot, even when you don't know what for. You feel confused around this person often. You've started keeping notes or receipts just to prove things to yourself. And your friends and family have noticed you're smaller, quieter.
Wow, that's a heavy checklist.
It is. And if any of that resonates with someone listening right now, please know it's not you. Your perception is valid. Your memory is valid. Your feelings are valid.
Yeah, that's important to hear.
Okay, let's lift the mood a little bit because we've been in some deep waters.
Yeah, please. Let's talk about something a little less soul-crushing.
So, authority and social proof. Two of the biggest persuasion tools in the world.
Break it down.
Okay, so authority is when we defer to people we perceive as experts. Doctors, professors, CEOs, guys in suits, even just people who look the part.
Wait, just looking the part is enough?
Oh, absolutely. There's this famous experiment where an actor put on a white lab coat and started giving people fake medical advice, and people just took it because the coat said, "Trust me."
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Right? And it's the same reason ads things like 9 out of 10 dentists recommend. You've never met these dentists. You have no idea if they even exist. But your brain goes, well, dentist said it, so...
So it must be true. Give me the toothpaste.
Exactly. Now, social proof is the sibling of authority. It's the idea that if lots of other people are doing something, it must be right.
Like restaurant lines?
Perfect example. Have you ever walked past two restaurants, one empty, one packed, and just assumed the packed one was better?
Every single time.
But it might just be that the packed one opened earlier, or has better parking, or the empty one is actually a hidden gem. Your brain doesn't care. It just wants the herd.
So this is why influencer marketing works so well?
Massively. You see someone with 2 million followers holding your product, and your brain skips the critical thinking step. If 2 million people trust her, she must be right. Meanwhile, she got paid $50,000 to hold up something she's never even used.
That's so cynical.
It's not cynical, it's just true. And listen, not all influencer marketing is evil. Some of it's honest. But the tactic itself, using social proof to bypass your critical thinking, that's the dark psychology piece.
Okay, this one I know has gotten me. Scarcity tactics.
Oh, you and everyone else on Earth.
Talk to me. Why does only 2 left turn me into a completely different person?
So this connects back to that tribal survival thing we talked about. Scarcity triggers a primitive part of your brain that says, if it's rare, it's valuable. Get it now or lose it forever.
And that same brain doesn't know if it's talking about food in the winter or a sweater on Amazon?
Bingo. Your ancient brain treats a Prime Day deal the same way it would treat the last mammoth of the season.
Oh my God.
And here's the thing. Most of the time, the scarcity is completely fake.
Fake?
Fake. That countdown timer on the website? Refresh the page. It resets. Only 3 rooms left at this price. That's often just a marketing tag. Airlines, hotels, e-commerce sites, they manufacture urgency because urgency shuts down your ability to think.
Which is exactly what they want.
Which is exactly what they want. A calm, thinking customer might comparison shop. A panicking customer just clicks buy now.
So the antidote is basically slowing down?
That's the whole game right there. Slowing down. Any decision that requires you to act right now, that's the biggest red flag in the world.
That's actually such simple advice, but it's powerful.
Because manipulation needs momentum. If you stop, the spell breaks.
Okay, let's talk about actual scammers. Because you'd think scammers would be sketchy, right? Like, obviously suspicious.
Yeah, that's the biggest misconception. Real scammers are charming. That's the whole point.
Really?
Think about it. If scammers seemed sketchy, nobody would fall for them. So the successful ones are the ones you'd invite to dinner.
So how do they build trust so fast?
Okay, this is actually fascinating. Scammers use a technique called love bombing, which is where they overwhelm you with attention, compliments, and connection really quickly. It short-circuits your normal trust-building process.
Like romance scams?
Romance scams are the biggest example, but it's also used in business scams, spiritual scams, cult recruitment, anything where they need you to trust them fast.
I had a friend who fell for a romance scam, and she's brilliant, Ethan. She has a PhD.
I believe it.
Because scammers don't target stupid people. They target lonely people, isolated people, people going through transitions, divorce, grief, job loss, moving to a new city. They target emotional vulnerability, not intellectual weakness.
She lost everything, like everything.
I'm so sorry, Liv.
And the worst part is she blamed herself for years. She'd say, I'm so stupid. How did I fall for this? But she's not stupid.
She's not. She was targeted by a professional. It's like blaming yourself for getting pickpocketed by an expert. These are people who do this for a living. They've refined their scripts. They know exactly what to say.
How do we protect the people we love from this?
Awareness, conversation, making it safe to talk about being targeted. Because shame is the scammer's best friend. If someone feels stupid, they don't tell anyone. They just keep sending money. But if we normalize the conversation, hey, this could happen to anyone, then people speak up sooner.
That's such a good point. Okay, we've covered a lot of tactics. Now, the million-dollar question, how do we actually recognize when it's happening in real time?
Excited question of the whole episode. Because knowing about manipulation in theory is one thing. Catching it in the moment is another.
Right, because in the moment, you're just living your life. You're not looking for it.
Exactly. So here are the red flags I've learned to watch for. Number 1, urgency. Anytime someone is pushing you to decide right now, that's a signal.
Slow down.
Slow down. Number 2, guilt. If saying no makes someone launch into how much they've done for you or how disappointed they are or how selfish you're being, that's manipulation.
Yeah.
Number 3, isolation. Manipulators love to separate you from people who would give you a reality check. They badmouth your friends. They resent your family. They want to be your only source of information.
That's a huge one.
Huge. Number 4, inconsistency. Their story changes. What they said yesterday doesn't match what they said today. And when you point it out, suddenly you're the problem for keeping track.
Oh, I've experienced that one.
We all have. And number 5, the biggest one, how you feel around them. Do you feel bigger or smaller? Do you feel more like yourself or less? Do you feel calm or anxious?
Your body knows.
Your body always knows, long before your brain figures it out.
Ethan, that's beautiful, actually. Your body always knows.
I really believe that. We've evolved incredible instincts. The problem isn't that we don't have them. It's that we're taught to ignore them. Be polite. Don't overreact. Give them the benefit of the doubt. We've been trained out of our own intuition.
Wow. Okay, so protection. What are the practical steps? Because I don't want everyone listening to walk away paranoid. I want them to walk away empowered.
Yes, that's the whole point. Awareness without action just creates anxiety. We need tools.
Give us the toolkit.
Okay. Tool 1, the 24-hour rule. Any purchase, any commitment, any big decision, wait 24 hours. If it's still a good idea tomorrow, do it. If it's not, you just saved yourself.
Simple but powerful.
Tool 2. Ask who benefits. Whenever you're being pushed toward a decision, pause and ask, who profits if I say yes right now? If the answer is, not me, reconsider.
Oh, that's a great mental frame.
Tool 3. Diverse inputs. Don't get all your news from one source. Don't only follow people who agree with you. Don't let one person be your entire emotional support system. Diversify your inputs so no single voice can dominate your reality.
That's really smart, because that's how cults work, right? By isolating you to a single information source?
Exactly. And modern algorithms do the same thing to us, honestly. They create these little information bubbles where everyone we see agrees with us, and anyone outside starts to feel like the enemy.
Yeah.
Tool 4. Permission to be a bad person sometimes.
Wait, what?
Hear me out. Manipulators weaponize your goodness, your politeness, your desire to help, your fear of being rude. If you give yourself permission to sometimes be impolite, to say no without an explanation, to hang up the phone, to walk away, you take away their biggest weapon.
That's actually revolutionary for a lot of people, especially women, I think.
Especially women. We're socialized to be accommodating. Manipulators know that and exploit it.
Yeah.
And tool 5, the most important one, build your inner voice. Spend time alone. Journal. Meditate. Take walks without your phone. Get to know what you actually think, feel, and want. Because the stronger your inner voice is, the less power any outside voice has over you.
Ethan, that's really beautiful.
I mean it. All manipulation depends on a weak sense of self. So the ultimate defense isn't learning every tactic. It's just knowing who you are.
Can I share something personal?
Please.
A few years ago, I was in a relationship where everything I just described was happening to me, and I didn't see it for over 2 years.
Take your time.
By the end of it, I didn't recognize myself. I had stopped talking to my sister as
How did you find your way out?
thoughtful, my mom. She just showed up one day, unannounced, and she didn't lecture me. She didn't say anything bad about him. She just sat with me and asked, "Are you happy?" And I couldn't answer. I just started crying.
Wow.
And it took me another 6 months to actually leave. But that moment, that one question from my mom, that was the crack in the wall.
Because someone gave you permission to check in with yourself.
Exactly. And I think that's the most powerful thing anyone can do for someone they love. You don't have to save them. You don't have to give them advice. You just have to ask, "Are you okay?" and mean it.
Yeah.
So if anyone's listening right now and something in this episode has hit close to home, please know 2 things. 1, it's not your fault. And 2, you can come back. You can become yourself again. It takes time, but you can.
Thank you for sharing that, Liv. That took courage.
Someone needed to hear it.
You know, Olivia, when we started this episode, I was worried it would come across as paranoid or cynical, like the world is out to get us.
But,
But I don't feel that way. I actually feel more hopeful having this conversation.
really? Why?
Because everything we've talked about, every manipulation tactic, every dark psychology trick, they only work in the dark. The second you shine a light on them, they lose their power.
That's beautiful.
So this episode isn't about making people afraid. It's about giving people their power back. It's about walking through the world with your eyes open. Not paranoid, just awake.
Awake.
And here's my final takeaway. The antidote to dark psychology isn't more suspicion. It's more self-knowledge. When you know yourself deeply, your values, your patterns, your triggers, you become almost impossible to manipulate. Not because you're smarter, but because you're anchored.
That's the whole thing right there.
So spend time with yourself. Journal. Take walks. Be curious about your own mind. Because the strongest defense against being controlled by others is a deep, honest relationship with yourself.
Wow, Ethan, that gave me chills.
It's true. Every manipulation depends on you being disconnected from yourself. So reconnect. Come home to yourself. That's it. That's the whole game.
Guys, this episode, I don't even know what to say. This was one of my favorites we've ever done.
Same. Genuinely. And to everyone listening, thank you. Thank you for staying with us through the heavy stuff. Thank you for being open. Thank you for trusting us with your time.
Time is the most valuable thing you have, and you spent it here with us. That means everything.
Now we want to hear from you. What do you think about this topic? Have you ever caught someone trying to manipulate you? Have you ever caught yourself using these tactics without realizing it?
Drop it in the comments. We read them. We really do. Some of the best conversations happen down there.
And if this episode moved you, helped you, or made you think, share it with someone you love, someone who might need to hear it. That's how the light spreads.
And of course, if you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe to English SpekNest, hit that notification bell, and join our little family. We drop episodes like this every week, and we'd love to have you around for the next one.
Until then, stay curious, stay awake, and most importantly, stay yourself.
Take care of each other, everyone.
We'll see you in the next one.